am an aspiring lawyer. Now, when I tell people this, they often draw back a little. A lawyer, they question me? They know that this profession is risky and perhaps one of the most hated that exists. However, my friends and family tell me they think I would make a fine attorney. I am, after all, captain of the debate team, and of course I will argue with anyone and at any time, whether or not the time is right. When I write a persuasive essay, I take a soldier's stance and aim my pen at the mongrel dogs of injustice. My nicknames include Sir Speaks a Lot, Mr. Socratic, and of course, Pain in the Butt. Now, while people fear my entering into the strongly disliked profession of law, what vexes me the most is people's lack of trust in me. Even when I'm telling the truth from the bottom of my heart, people always have some tinge of doubt, because of the combination of my selected career choice and my apparent skill at BSing. Dear folks, I love law, order, and justice. But I can't stand not being trusted, especially when I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, I can't speak for others, but for me, if you want to know if I'm telling the truth, look into my eyes. Dear folks, I challenge all of you to look into my eyes and search for the honesty that lies within. Dear folks, I challenge all of you to look into my eyes today. Once I was late to my first period history class. My professor looked up, gave me an evil eye, then asked why I was tardy. Flustered and out of breath, I told him that I was caught in traffic due to a jaywalking raccoon, a malfunctioning stoplight, and of course a daydreaming crossing guard. The story I painted was detailed and illustrious, but when I finished, everyone in the room was literally rolling on the floor laughing. Except, of course, for the professor, who wrote me up not only because I was late, but also because of my fairy tale-esque excuse. The worst part is that every word of my story was true. And then there was a time I was at an Italian restaurant with a story-eyed debutante from San Francisco. I honestly thought she was the most gorgeous girl I'd ever laid eyes on, and I planned to let her know via some Shakespearean poetic lines of mine. I looked right into her eyes and told her of her glowing facial features, of how every star in the sky takes aim at her eyes of hazel and hair of chestnut. I then whispered some verbatim from my latest poem about the moon and her perfume. Unfortunately, however, this did not elicit the response I wanted. When I finished, she couldn't stop laughing, and told me that although I was sweet, she could tell I was lying. Now, I'm sure everyone has to deal with the frustration of not having people believe them, especially when you're telling the truth. But few as much as I. I felt as helpless as a rich man's son. Now, it's always nice to tell yourself that people can believe what they want to believe, and that all that really matters is what you know and what you think. However, there are times when you need people to believe you, such as when you're making late excuses or speaking prose to a beautiful girl. Maybe someday, people will not disregard my truth just because of my career choice and my apparent skill at BSing. Maybe someday. But today, all I'm worried about is this speech right here. I want all of you to know that I'm not just trying to win this competition, but I'm also trying to win your hearts. Trust me on this one. And if you should have any doubt, try staring into this future lawyer's eyes. Now this, I wouldn't lie about. Thank you.